Blizzard showing once again how much they hate people being efficient in this game. A few hours ago, they took away Proving Grounds. As many of you may know, for years now, you've been able to queue up for Proving Grounds and use it as a method to get out of dungeons quickly to reset them. If you're running for old transmog gear, it was the best way to do it. Now, as of a few hours ago, they took it away. As you can see, if you look in the upper right here, the button's gone. So the moment you join Proving Grounds, you're not even actually in a scenario. So the macro doesn't work. You can't right-click it and exit the scenario. If you pour it out like what I'm doing right now, you'll see that the button reappears, but your macro doesn't work and you're not able to re-enter the scenario. So because I was streaming all day farming transmog, I can show you video from before the hotfix happened. This was at about 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on September 18th, 2017. I was porting in and out using the macro that I always use. And as you can see, there was nothing wrong. There was nothing suspicious going on. So here I am just a few minutes later at the end of a dungeon. I'm using it to port out. Of course, everything's fine. Nothing's suspicious so far. I take a short break, and when I come back, I notice something weird. This was just a couple hours later. Now remember, I'm taking this video from my stream. And as you can see, I queue for it at about 11:47 p.m. Central Standard Time. I go in and I notice something weird and I'm like, where'd the button go? And I'm using my macro right now and nothing's working. It actually gives you a warning, I think. Yeah, you can't do that right now. So I'm thinking, all right, what the hell? And I thought it was my character or something. I thought Blizzard, nerfed me personally or something. I jumped on my second account and same exact thing. Couldn't do it. So this was a hotfix. This just happened in the middle of the game. There was no server restarts or anything. By this point, I'm fuming, and I head straight to Shrine of Two Moons because I remembered that you can still queue for scenarios, not Proving Grounds, but regular scenarios right here in this area. So I did it, and I queued up. And this was just a couple minutes after I realized what was going on. So I thought maybe Blizzard did this with all the scenarios. But it turns out they didn't, just Proving Grounds. So as of right now, this may change in the future. As of right now, you can actually use these scenarios here in Mists of Pandaria to queue up and run it. And I guess that's an alternative. I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm really worried now because hunters, other classes besides druids and monks, we don't have a way to port out of a dungeon very quickly. I mean, there's a couple ways to do it, but it's not very ideal as using a scenario like this. So if this is fully taken away from us, I'm not sure what else to do. I guess our only options at that point will be to join a group, leave it right away, and then we'll port out 60 seconds later. Or we can destroy our regular Hearthstone, and then we can hit escape, go to help, character stuck, and teleport to graveyard, which will kill us, and we'll port to the nearest graveyard. And that's the other way to do it. But if you do it that way, then you'll lose your Bear Tartar buff. So as of right now, I guess the other scenarios, I don't know how long they're going to last, seeing as Blizzard is gunning for efficiency when it comes to farming. First, they force personal loot, which makes running dungeons, low-level vanilla dungeons, kind of crappy. And I almost want to make another video on that crap because people think that it's fixed and it's just fine, and it's absolutely not fine. And then they take Proving Grounds away. So what's next, Blizzard? You going to keep wasting our goddamn time? Quit taking things away from us. Now, if you're going to use this method, the best one to queue for is Brewmoon Festival. Why? Check this out. You got it. There's a mailbox in the Brewmoon Festival scenario, which still works for running old dungeons. So this really is the best scenario to use since we don't have Proving Grounds anymore. I'm not sure how long this is going to last, and especially one with a mailbox, meaning that you can port in, send mail to your alts, port back out, and keep running Alderman or any dungeon. It's the only one I know of that has a mailbox. There might be more. There might be other secrets and hidden stuff. I don't know. This is what I'm doing. I'm farming my ass off right now because who knows when this is going to be taken away from us. Well, it's a pretty bummer day. There's really nothing else to say about it. So I'm going to leave you with this Alderman run of me playing through a full Alderman run in the game's current state. So this is, I guess, just for posterity.
broken heart.